Is making Sci-Fi Channel movies easy? It's definitely more difficult than most people think it is. Same thing is true for Hallmark movies, Lifetime movies. I've financed a good number of those, and they are increasingly difficult to make. There was a period of time where you could go to the Sci-Fi Channel, pitch them some outlandish idea, and then they would give you an MG of like $1 million, and then you could go make the movie for like 200 or 300 thousand and make a lot of money. But those days are pretty much over with, and now Sci-Fi, Hallmark, Lifetime, they want higher and higher production values. They want bigger name cast. They want just better movies, and you can't really make these like little, $250,000 wonders and sell them for $1 million anymore. So with all the other risks and uncertainty involved in filmmaking, it's not like these models are necessarily any better than other models. There's a certain type of younger person in the industry who thinks, until I get really good at screenwriting or directing, I'm going to go make movies for Sci-Fi or Hallmark because they don't care how good those movies are, and I can just churn them out and practice my craft and get better and work my way up. But in reality, those networks care. They are more particular about the script and the content that is being made than almost any independent film I've ever been involved with. So just keep in mind, everybody, there's no free lunch. Everywhere you land, you need to be doing your best work, and you need to be constantly looking forward to the future and preparing for your next opportunities.
Lights, camera, action.
UPS, you piece of
I was like, you know what I want to do one day? I want to join a gang.
We're in 2022, upgrade the cameras.
Yeah.
You can see Saturn and shit, but like I can't get a clear picture of someone robbing the gas station.
That was the greatest night in the history of television.
So what you just listened to was an indirect rebuttal to our Hallmark episode. Mm-hmm. Indirect, because we don't know this guy. He's not responding to us specifically. It was just a really well-timed post from this guy who supposedly works for these movies, an executive producer of the sorts.
Yes.
And what do you think about that? I mean, he basically said it's a lot harder. There's a lot of things to touch on with that. But first, I just want to read this guy's IMDb.
Please do. Please.
These are some of the movies that he's produced.
Yeah.
Executive producer. A Christmas Wish. Christmas in Louisiana. Hometown Christmas. The Christmas Contract. My personal favorite. Santa Jaws.
Mm-hmm.
Santa Jaws. Trying to survive the family Christmas, Cody makes a wish to be alone. Sounds like Home Alone.
Yeah.
Which ends up backfiring when a shark manifests and kills his entire family. 2018 that came out. I don't know what channel.
So that's fun because that's the old Christmas wish trope.
Yes.
We were talking tropes.
Tropes, yeah.
Christmas wish. I bet you this guy, this kid in this movie, and it's something super trivial. Like, I bet you his mom asked him to take the trash out. And he's like, I wish to be alone. And Santa Jaws.
Mm-hmm.
Santa Jaws. What's up with the obsession with sharks, by the way?
Right? We've got that. We've got the Sharknado thing.
Yeah.
Megalodon.
Is a Louisiana Christmas? I bet you there's some sort of gator activity.
Yeah, it's probably
going
something
on
in a swamp.
Yeah.
Let's read that. When a woman returns home to celebrate the anniversary of the town's sugarcane Christmas festival, she rediscovers the magic of Christmas.
Is
Wow.
that not every one of those Christmas movies?
Yeah, that's it. Literally it. Someone's either there already
Yeah.
and rediscovering the magic of Christmas, or they return home. And
Back
this
to a
Christmas-
humble life, you know?
Yeah.
Like, she's in the big city. She's an accountant for a law firm. And she rediscovers the magic of Christmas back in Louisiana.
This is great because there's another one, the
Oh,
one I read
good.
called The Christmas Contract. Completely different movie.
Okay.
You wouldn't know by reading the description.
Love it.
A recently single woman dreads the thought of going back to her hometown in Louisiana
What?
for Christmas when she finds out her ex-boyfriend will be there with his new girlfriend. Didn't I just read that?
this is what they're so particular about.
This is the argument he's trying to make, is that no, we don't just like take a bunch of scripts randomly and make them all. We really filter and put thought and care into them. These films have substance and wit, not for the feeble minds.
Oh, yes.
Here at Hallmark and Sci-Fi.
Highbrow.
Yeah.
Very highbrow content.
Very much so. Very much cinema hat.
Yes.
Little, I don't know what those are called, but you know, the 1920s golfer hat.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's essentially trying to say that you can't just willy-nilly waltz up in there anymore and get $1 million to take a steaming hot pile of dump on a glass surface while your audience is under that glass surface.
Watching, consuming
and simulating the effects of getting shit on.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me that he just sounds like, first of all, let's just say I get a sense from him he's very much look at me, I'm in the industry. He's very much like, I know things that happen behind closed doors.
Sure.
He's given that off very much, you know? And he's giving off like, let me tell the people what they need to know.
Yeah.
And that's just sad. I think he is someone who's trying to convince himself that what he's doing it really matters. And is very important work.
Yes.
You don't have to do that, buddy. It's okay. You don't need to try and convince us that what you're doing is important stuff.
Sure.
You have a job. And that's all you could ask for.
Nobody can take that away. Well, okay, no, they can.
They can take it away.
But nobody can shit on you for having a job that clearly, I mean, you've made movies.
You got a job.
You've produced them.
What else could you want?
Sure.
But you don't have to try and act like, you don't have to try and act like you work at the Cheesecake Factory when you work at Chili's.
Yeah. And even lesser than that, Cheesecake Factory when you work at Applebee's.
You work at Applebee's, bud.
Really, because Chili's would be good. Chili's would be like, yeah.
You're right. Chili's is much better quality.
Yeah.
You work at Applebee's where you microwave appetizers. Okay, you don't need to try and convince me that you're bringing two different types of bread to a table.
Yeah.
With a wonderful butter.
Oh, a good, wonderful butter.
You don't need to try and convince me that you got the white bread and the brown bread with the butter.
Yeah, with the little oat flakes on them.
You got buy one get one apps.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
And that's fine. You don't have to try and convince me that there's a chef back there cooking this food.
No.
When I know it's just a dude on his phone who opens the microwave door for you.
Yes. You don't need to convince me that there is a chef hierarchy back there.
Right.
When there's a guy on parole who just took his Suboxone so that he doesn't go into withdrawal during work.
Right.
Try not to go back to prison.
Exactly.
That's who you got cooking up back there.
Yeah.
And so here we just got a guy who's trying to convince me he works at the Four Seasons when he works at a Motel 8.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. All we're saying is you don't have to do that.
You don't have to do that.
We get it. I'm just still so curious who has the money for this because $1 million is a lot, like he said.
It's a lot of fucking money.
That kind of a scam was cool though, to get $1 million and make it for $200K.
Right.
Keep $800K. That's an easy day.
Easy money.
And so now what? They've tightened the belt straps a little bit, the purse straps, and they've said, we're giving you $1 million. We want to see $1 million.
Right. How dumb is that? Actually, it seems like a really bad model. Like, why couldn't they give them like 500K and be like, if you need more, come back.
Yeah.
We have $1 million for you. We're gonna start with 500,000 though, and see what you do with that. And then if you need more, you can have it. And if you don't, you don't.
And I'm wondering how Hallmark makes money. Aside from like their cards, that might be it, right? Like the equivalent to like going to the movie theaters. They don't make much on the movie ticket. They make it all on the popcorn and drinks and stuff.
Right.
So maybe Hallmark, that's it. Maybe there's not some grand scheme of like, oh, there's some big funder money laundering thing and they just make all these movies, but maybe they make it at their Hallmark stores.
Yes.
Cards year round, decorations.
Right.
Because I can't imagine somebody buying Christmas in Louisiana.
No.
I can't imagine someone going, oh my God, Christmas Contract. I can't wait for that to come out on Blu-ray.
Yes.
I'm going to buy that. The box set of Hallmark. No, nobody's doing that.
No, not one human being in the world. And if there is, I'd love to meet them because
Yes.
I'd like to imagine they won't be quite that mentally stable.
Right.
I like to think that they might have some problems if that's their collecting, if that's what they want to do with their ability to collect things.
Yeah.
I do want to see that person. They got like the Criterion closet collection of like Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
That would be fun, actually.
You know how people make those like man caves where it's all Star Wars decked out, or it looks like a movie theater dedicated to fill in the blank?
Yes.
Imagine that. Imagine the Hallmark theater this person has just put time and effort into. And the second you open the door, you get blasted with a blizzard of snow.
Yeah.
And it's the magic of Christmas sounds throughout the hallway as you walk down, and then you go in.
Yes.
And it's like all the posters of all the greatest, the Hall of Fame Hallmark.
Yeah.
And you're greeted with a statue of tall, handsome man in New York jacket, and he's holding a tray
Right.
of decadent little chocolates from the shop around the corner. And you just watch any selection of groundbreaking Hallmark movies on demand.
You're making it sound good.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I'm interested, actually.
You want to experience that?
Yeah. I feel like my goal right now is to find a Hallmark movie enthusiast and get them on the show.
Yeah.
That sounds like something that might be doable.
I think, sure.
If we can find someone somewhere through the scours of the internet who can vouch for these films and just not someone who even works like just a fan.
Yes,
Like
a
a
mega fan.
Mega fan.
Who can explain the lure
Yes.
of the Hallmark universe and how the world works.
Yes.
Come on the show. I would love to hear from you because maybe we're missing something.
Well, I guess we still need to watch one too.
At some point. I mean, do we though?
Yeah, that's the tough part. I'm that person, man, like and you're hearing this a lot about Morbius right now.
Yeah.
Not to bring up
That.
Saint Morbius, but Morbius has become a straight up a meme. It's become a joke.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing joke. On Twitter, the phrase saying it just makes me laugh. On Twitter, the phrase "it's Morbin time" has been trending for about a week now.
Beautiful.
But you also hear a bunch of people saying, like, about 3/4 of the way through the movie, you realize that you're not even ironically enjoying it. You've just been duped, and you hate this movie, and you're not having a good time, and the joke is not enough to sustain watching this film.
Yeah.
And that sounds like exactly what would happen if we watched a Hallmark movie.
We would have a good time making fun of it.
We would.
That's where the good time would come in. And we would go, oh, there's that beat. We talked about that one. There it is. Check. And then I think it says something really that if you checked out our Instagram story, immediately following our podcast episode on our YouTube channel. The next thing that was queued to play was Christmas something.
Yeah, I
Princess.
what was it?
It was A Princess for Christmas.
A Princess for Christmas
was queued to play and for free.
Yeah,
on YouTube for free.
Oh, it was for free.
It was for free. It was just gonna play.
Hey, that's good press for them.
Yeah,
or for us.
For us,
does that work the other way around? When if you watch A Princess for Christmas, do you get a link to our YouTube channel?
Oh, I wonder. Yeah, you watch that and then immediately it just says we shit on Hallmark. What's that?
What is that? That looks interesting. Who are these guys?
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, the only way to find out is to watch A Princess for Christmas.
I think so.
Which is not an option right now.
Not right now.
Not at this moment. I'm not in the mental headspace for that.
No. I would need therapy. That's what we need, I think, is a therapist on hand to sit next to us while we watch it in case we need to just pause the movie and heal real quick.
Yeah. Absolutely. In case I start going through your knife drawer.
Yeah.
And just test out a couple of knives on the old wrists.
Yeah. Just see where that goes.
Yeah. And then, hey, that way they can do whatever they need to do. Crisis hotline. Just to make sure, because while you're watching that movie, you're going to start telling yourself a lot of things like nothing matters.
Yeah.
What's the point? Why are we even on this planet right now?
Yeah.
Is this what we're doing with our time as a species?
And if you're me, the question is, why do I even try?
Yep.
For sure. Get that one.
When it's like pulling teeth to get an actual good film off the ground.
Yeah.
But A Princess for Christmas.
No problem.
Easy peasy, $1 million.
Yeah.
Here you go. You want to make A Princess for Christmas? Thank God.
Yeah. We had too much money. We were like, what are we going to do with it? Oh.
Right.
And then someone wrote A Princess for Christmas, and now we know what to do with our money.
Yep.
I love that he touched on exactly the thing that we talked about in the episode, though.
Yes.
Where he said people think that they can just come here and I'll start writing for them and build my craft.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
Build your craft.
Yeah. Destroy your craft.
Yeah.
Really. But I don't know. That was the rebuttal. I don't know what the people at home think about that.
I'm not convinced that he's telling the truth. I think you can literally bullshit your way to the top of Hallmark.
Unless this is like a new phase, phase 2 of Hallmark that we just haven't seen this graduating class of groundbreaking movies from Hallmark where they're supposedly being a little more on top of it. Unless we just haven't seen those yet, they haven't premiered. I don't buy it yet because we just read that guy's IMDb, Santa Jaws. You want to tell me that a lot of thought and it was hard to make that movie went into that? I really would love to see a trailer because I bet the shark CGI,
great idea.
It has to probably be horrible, right? Let's take a look.
Let's have a look. Oh, this is great. Apple TV? Oh
wait. Oh, what?
That was for something else.
That was, no, that was not. Okay.
Does this even look good? What the fuck is that?
I don't know what that was.
Can't believe you would do this on Christmas Eve. You're grounded.
What? Tomorrow is the Christmas Eve comic book party.
Oh, you should have done that before.
I'm bitter enough now. Isn't that right, Santa Jaws?
Oh my god.
Hey, not a shark! That is Santa Jaws! I know her! I made her! That is her!
What
Stop.
the fuck is happening? What the fuck?
Ho, 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 you son of a
There it is, dude. Are you kidding me?
Stop. He said, "Ho, ho, ho, you son of a fish."
That was exactly what you would think it was, except that absurdly enough, it takes place on what seems like a fucking lakefront.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? That doesn't look like salt water.
So lots of things to dissect from that. First of all, there's that Applebee's CGI
Yeah,
that we're talking about.
that doesn't look, I mean, that looks like fucking, I don't even know.
There was for sure Applebee's acting
Yeah.
in that.
Yeah. But there was $1 million cinematography,
Yeah, right.
which is like the weird part.
The camera quality, the lighting on a lot of scenes looked cinematic.
Looked very cinematic.
And yet I didn't notice, I don't know that it said where that premiered,
It did not.
but that's a must watch now.
it is.
That
It
is
is.
a must watch.
That's yeah. They're terrible CGI'd shark with a Santa hat on its fin.
Yeah.
I'm just the comic book Christmas Eve party.
Yeah.
The
What
kid,
is that?
and I guess he's an illustrator, an illustrationist.
So I'm wondering if like maybe he got grounded. That was the whole thing. His mom
He
grounded
got
him.
grounded. Yeah.
But based on his looks and what he does, I can't imagine he did anything too outlandish.
No.
I can't imagine he stumbled in at 2 a.m. drunk or high off his ass.
No.
Balloon of cocaine in his ass.
None.
I can't imagine it was anything like that.
None of those things. At least
It was probably like,
he didn't. He definitely didn't sneak out to go to a girl's house. If you know what I'm saying?
we don't want to be too presumptuous, but yeah,
Yeah.
no. That was clear from the moment he spoke.
It's just saying.
Just, I mean, look,
You know,
we're not the only ones thinking it.
we're
So
not
shut the
only
fuck
ones
up,
thinking
everybody.
of Just
Yeah.
watch
You know.
for yourself.
Yeah.
So,
But you know, what could that kid have gotten grounded for?
right.
Maybe he drew a mural. He painted a mural at the school
Sure.
and it was against what they said he could do.
It was a big ass tentacle hentai mural.
Yeah.
You
And they were
know.
like, this is not what we asked for.
Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe.
It was like the cast of Top Gun Maverick getting tentacled. If you know what I mean.
Well, if he's into drawing sharks and he has this fantasy about a Santa shark,
Yes.
Santa Jaws,
Fantasy.
he's clearly got some animalistic tendencies there,
Sea animals.
aquatic
Yeah, aquatic.
in nature. So yeah, I don't know what I really want to know now why he got grounded. That's like I want to know that more than any
Yeah.
murder mystery question that I've ever had.
Right. I don't care what happened to JR.
Yeah,
I don't care if OJ did it or not.
exactly.
I care why this kid got grounded.
Yeah, because I don't see any real legit reason why he could. And I bet the reason is so much better than we could ever possibly imagine.
Of course.
I bet.
It's something so minute that in turn causes him to manifest a shark that murders his whole family.
Yeah.
The classic case of I got grounded, I have a Christmas wish, shark that murders my whole family.
Yeah.
Shark that murders my whole family.
I want to know more about this kid. Like, what abilities does he have? Does he possess that he
Right.
could just manifest a shark with a Santa hat? Like, if you open his closet behind all his coloring books and stuff, is it like a ritual circle? Does he have like a little ritual cave?
I like that one.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, there's not even something funny I think I could come up with that could explain that.
No.
So that's the second mystery.
Yeah.
How does he manifest Santa Jaws? And he also is very adamant about it. You hear him. He's very emotional. That's Santa Jaws. I know it. I made him.
Yep.
He made Santa Jaws.
He made Santa Jaws.
I like the scene. Or, by the way, is Santa Jaws also some sort of manta ray? Like what killed Steve Irwin? Because Santa Jaws came out of the water and I'm 90% sure stabbed his nose through a man's dick.
Something like that.
You
there was
saw
that
that?
shot. I saw that.
Split second?
I saw that. And I
There's
don't know
a
if it was
split
his
second.
nose or if he like I could see this happening. They had that shot where they all had the spears
There you go.
and they threw it in the water. I could see Santa Jaws catching it
Yes.
and then ramming it through that person.
Santa Jaws would probably do that.
Also, they had like laser red eyes. Was that,
That was Santa. Yeah.
you know?
Santa Jaws.
And I'm wondering if he has little like elf fish that are his minions.
Little minions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe little elf like piranhas because you couldn't tell what kind of body of water they were in.
Exactly.
It did not look like an ocean of any kind.
I'm wondering if they were in Louisiana.
It looked like it. Did it not, though?
It kind of did.
I was thinking the same thing.
It kind of looked like it. And I'm wondering if there's obviously this
Yeah.
this producer has some connection to Louisiana.
Yeah, you know how like Martin Scorsese makes a lot of movies about New York.
Yeah.
This guy,
Right.
he just makes a lot of movies that take place in Louisiana that should not take place in Louisiana.
No.
Same thing as Scorsese, same
Yeah.
exact thing.
Exactly.
No difference.
That was his inspiration. He said, well, Scorsese did it with New York.
Yeah.
I could do that with the marshlands of Louisiana.
And I guess Santa Gator doesn't work too well, does it?
No, it doesn't flow
No.
as much as Santa Jaws, Santa Claus.
It's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect. Does it mean it's good?
No,
No. But is it perfect?
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I would love to see the Santa Jaws Sharknado crossover. Because I'm assuming, haven't seen this movie, but I can tell you right now, the shark's not dead.
No.
They didn't kill the shark.
Oh, God, no. It's going to be that, they finally get it. They wrangle it in somehow. Some elaborate trickery
Yeah.
that they get it on dry land. They hang it up.
Mm-hmm.
Santa Jaws. The kid's a little emotional
Yeah.
because this is his creation he brought to life. And even though it killed seemingly 3/4 of his family, I'm sure by the end of the movie,
Yeah.
he's like, Santa Jaws, like, you're real.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're gone.
Now you're my family.
Now you're my family. And then they go back to where Santa Jaws is the next day and he's gone.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Or, excuse me, pardon my throat. I just have so much. It's like that movie just really just exploded into my mouth. So
Yeah.
there's a lot back there.
There's a lot going on.
Or Santa Jaws is seemingly dead, hung up in their waterfront shed of sorts.
Sure.
And as our young friend walks away, Santa Jaws opens one eye. Right?
Yes, yeah.
That one.
I love that. What would be awful is if they pulled the whole, it was a dream. And he wakes up and it's Christmas Day or it's the day of the comic book fair.
Right.
And his mom's like, you know what? We thought about it. You can go.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom. And then goes and like his little Santa Jaws drawing that he dreamt up now like wins the comic book festival and he turns it into a whole book. And then he becomes a New York Times bestselling author.
Yes.
For Santa Jaws.
For Santa Jaws.
That would be the shittiest ending, I think.
That'd be pretty bad.
But I could also see it.
Oh, yeah.
See it happening with
I wouldn't
this.
put it past these people.
Yeah.
I bet how many of these movies do you think end in it was a dream? Probably a lot.
Something like that.
Definitely something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
The acting looked on point. There was just straight up a shot of a guy just going like
Yeah.
like yelling with his hands like this. Mm-hmm. Can't wait for that scene.
And I think it's one of those where what makes me mad about this is like this guy here, is if any of these people tried to take it seriously. Like, if any of these people tried to tell me that this was serious business,
Yeah.
well, I'd manifest a Christmas themed shark to fucking kill him.
Yeah.
Is what I'd do.
For real.
Is what I'd do.
Megalodon for Christmas. Because, what was hard about making that movie other than the CGI? Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And I would like to see a crossover between Sharknado and this. It could be called, well, geez, what's this movie even called again?
It's called Santa Jaws.
A Santa Jaws for Christmas NATO. 3.
Now that's some thought right there. There's some effort behind that title.
Now, what I would be okay with is that these studios, production companies and of the sort, I'd be fine if they were just doing a ton of drugs
Yeah.
and coming up with this and all that.
Sure.
I kind of hope it is like old Hollywood cocaine all over the place, just psychosis. I like to think like Warner Brothers is looking at them from across a lot and just being like, those guys are off their fucking rocker.
Yeah. Like,
Did you see what they
shit.
did? They made fucking Santa Jaws, dude.
Yeah. Like,
There's-
we need to step it up.
Yeah.
The best we've got, the craziest we've got is Ezra Miller.
Who should be doing these?
I
What
would
if
love
that's where his career goes?
That would be amazing.
That'd be the best, actually.
Yeah.
I'd watch all Ezra Miller sci-fi Hallmark or Lifetime movies, actually.
Sure. Me too. I would watch. Yeah. Why not?
I would watch those.
Anyway, I don't even know where to go from there.
I think we just need to keep an eye on this. That we found something, we stumbled across something we always knew was there. We always knew it existed. We understood a little bit of what it's about,
Yeah.
but my fascination and obsession is growing rapidly
Yeah.
because for a long time this has been very out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah. I really don't see anyone talking about this.
No,
At all.
no. This is not a point of conversation,
Yeah.
and it should be.
In the same way we unintentionally stumbled into a UPS conspiracy that it was way bigger than we could have ever imagined.
Yeah.
I think once again we find ourselves stumbling into a cinematic universe of movies that are just gems, are just real treats.
Right.
And that brings me to a production company that again makes an unfathomable amount of movies
Yeah.
for seemingly a really shitty, poor quality production house. And that is Mar Vista.
Yes.
And I don't know if I say Mar Vista and you're probably going, oh, I've heard of them. That sounds like a well-known name. But if you have a Hulu account and you go and you just look, Mar Vista is like plastered all over Hulu. Like there's a whole section of trailers where you just go watch and every single one is from Mar Vista.
Right.
And they are shitty. You watch the trailers and it's like, this at least looks decent, right? This looks like it has some production value into it.
right.
If you watch a Mar Vista trailer, I promise you're going to say, what? Like there are student films that look and function way better than a lot of these Mar Vista ones.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering what's going on there. Where does their money come from? Who owns and runs Mar Vista? Is it like a Tommy Wiseau type of character?
Type
where
of
like,
fella.
Who?
Yeah. Who does?
Yeah, because
Do they only have this many movies? This is not a lot of movies. I'm on their way. Oh, that's new titles.
New titles. No, we need to see like the scope.
Yeah.
Because Mar Vista has like, it's like the magician trick where they just keep pulling cloths out of their pocket.
So they're it looks like they're under Fox Entertainment, Fox Corporation. They do have a Wikipedia, filmography. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Are you finding?
Oh yeah.
You finding the gold?
Now they happen to be in the. I'm confused. But anyways, so and I'm interested in the Hulu angle on this here. So do they just have all their movies on Hulu?
I don't know about all their movies, but the reason is because I know back in the holiday season,
Yeah.
me and my friend Matt, everyone knows at this point,
know.
should know at this
goat.
point, we were specifically looking for trailers for bad movies just as a form of entertainment.
Right.
And that's when we happened to stumble upon the gem that is Mar Vista.
Yes.
Because they had a bunch of these Christmas movies, but they also had non-Christmas movies. And without trying, like it wasn't called the Mar Vista category.
Yeah.
Without trying, every single bad-looking trailer that we clicked on was from Mar Vista.
I love it.
And that's when we started going, who are these people?
Yeah.
And why do they just have every movie on Hulu right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a question.
One thing that really stands out to me. But by the way, what Mar Vista, the sense I'm getting here is that it is a literal combination of Hallmark and Lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
It is just it's like if Hallmark and Lifetime came together and made one big company
for less money.
How are those two posters the exact same like pose? It's like
Wait a minute.
It's like they photoshopped, and it doesn't
They
seem like it's a
are.
part two of anything.
Secrets of the Shore and Sinister Society. It looks like the same actress.
It looks like the exact same actress doing the exact same pose.
This is insane. Secrets of the Shore and Sinister Society. Let me look those up.
Is that like, I can't tell if they're sequel. It's still not an excuse. So they have a Good Wink Christmas, but they also have Girls Getaway Gone Wrong. So it's like, who are you?
Girls Getaway Gone Wrong. It doesn't even come up on IMDb, Secrets of the Shore.
Really?
It doesn't even.
They have Deadly Seduction and A Chestnut Family Christmas.
Chestnut Family Christmas.
They have Candy Cane Candidate. And they also have Happily Never After.
Clever.
So it's like, who are you guys?
Exactly. And that's what I want to tap into.
Right.
At some point. Because I think this is going to be bigger than what we might have time for in this episode anyway.
This might require some work, which we don't like to do here.
No, we don't
like
to
hop
work.
on the mics
Yeah.
and just run with it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a part of me that wants to really deeply investigate some of these things.
Some Mar Vista.
Some Mar Vista, some Hallmark. Lifetime makes more sense to me.
Lifetime is kind of the under the radar in the sense that they're like, no, really, we are trying. Like, look, we got Paul Dano when he was younger.
Paul Dano. Right.
We had Zac Efron before he was a sensation.
Yeah.
We're doing things over here at Lifetime.
They have a seat at the table, I feel.
Yeah.
But
They could teeter. I feel like they're walking that line.
they walk the line.
They could either go in the side of Hallmark or they could actually make it big.
And you know what? Off the top of my head, there have been, I don't know if it's because I was younger and I just didn't understand things, but I do remember stumbling on a Lifetime movie one time and being like, this is tense.
Yeah.
This is tense.
I have a memory that's embedded and singed into my brain.
Yeah.
Of a scene that I'm pretty sure was from a Hallmark movie or a Lifetime movie that my mom had on one afternoon in the summer when I was just sitting there and watching it. And like these people took this woman, wrapped her in a fishing net, and dumped her off a little rowboat into a body of water.
Wow.
And that was burned into my brain.
Yeah.
And I will never forget that scene. I don't know what movie it was from, but if anyone knows, please tell me. But yeah, that was traumatizing.
They don't fuck around over there, do they?
No. Nobody meant that. Lifetime's like, nah, we don't play that little sissy shit.
They don't play that bullshit.
That Hallmark bullshit.
They're not going to play that bullshit. Not to circle back too much, but I do really want to know where Santa Jaws, like who released, like what's that? Is that sci-fi? Is that
That's a great, excellent question.
Santa Jaws 2 comes up as a...
No, it doesn't.
I mean, yeah, look. He has a he has a candy cane. He has a candy cane horn on him, you know?
He does.
He has like a candy cane horn on him. That's what he stabs the guy with.
Holy shit. And he does have laser red eyes.
He has laser red eyes.
So Santa Jaws is more like a narwhal shark hybrid.
A little bit, isn't he?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Wow.
God damn it.
I can't.
Okay. 3.9 out of 10.
That's beautiful. Actually, that is great. That is what I'm going to do right now. Is I'm going to look at Santa Jaws reviews. Director is Misty Talley. Hold on. This is her biography. Misty Talley is an award-winning director, editor, and lifelong cinephile. She started her career in 2009 as an assistant editor before quickly rising to the ranks to editor, working on a mix of feature-length films, shorts, and documentaries before trying her hand at directing with the 2011 short film Soups On. Her second short film, 10 to Sing, was accepted into the Cannes Shorts Corner, and shortly after she directed her first feature film, Zombie Shark.
Come on.
Which gained her the honor of being the first woman to direct a Sci-Fi Channel original film. She has since followed it up by directing 3 more feature films for Sci-Fi, this all makes sense, and editing a wide variety of films, including the 3rd installment of the popular Jeepers Creepers franchise.
Huh.
So she likes sharks.
She's
the editor on Ozark Sharks, the editor of Mississippi River Sharks.
What?
She directed Santa Jaws, of course. She directed Shark Island, Zombie Shark. What? I mean, this is... So that's the director.
There's only 2 options here. One option is, if we watch an interview with her right now, she is trying to hold in her laughter because she understands how insane this is. And she's just she's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, she's just like, you know, I very, like, ironically just trying to just hold in her laughter because she's like, this is so funny. Like, my joke worked. Mm-hmm. She's like the highest form of like dedicated, like long form, real world comedic performance art.
Mm-hmm.
Or this bitch is 100% serious about this and thinks she's doing it.
Yeah.
She thinks she is Scorsese.
I want to think it's the first one.
I hope
naturally,
so.
Where she's just, I could picture her on set directing these kids to be throwing arrows at a candy cane horned shark. And after every take, she's laughing, going, this is insane. I can't believe we're doing this. I can't believe you guys are doing this. You auditioned for this.
Yeah.
You memorized lines for this.
Right.
You're getting paid for this. That's the greatest joke of all time.
And she's like, we have the greatest job in the world.
Yeah.
And she's teaching these kids how to not take things so seriously.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, fuck Disney Channel.
Yeah.
This is where you want to be.
Yeah, I could see her as like saying the big middle finger to Hollywood, to saying like, I went from winning an award at the Cannes Film Festival,
right,
to directing Santa Jaws.
Right.
Fuck you.
She's like, this is what it's all about. I'm starting to wonder if that's what it's all about.
I think we're on to something there.
We might be on to something.
Let me read some reviews.
God. God damn it.
Surprisingly. Are you kidding? 6 out of 10? 7 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
It seems like pretty like it seems like a little cult classic in some ways, huh?
It does. So there's 1,125 reviews. It has an average of a 3.9 out of 10, which is awful.
Right.
But I have not seen 6 out of 10. So campy, it was actually enjoyable. 7 out of 10. One of the better sci-fi's shark films. 7 out of 10. If you're watching a movie called Santa Jaws, you'll get what you're looking for. 9 out of 10. A campy delight. I just want to see the one that shits on it. Where's the film student that watched this and said, this was not cinema? Here we go. 4 out of 10. This isn't the worst movie you'll ever see, and I actually recommend horror enthusiasts see it once. Really? Santa Jaws is a movie I recently watched on Amazon Prime. The storyline follows a high school comic book writer who lives by the ocean who one day receives a magic pen that causes his work to come to life. Wouldn't you know his current work is called Santa Jaws, and now it isn't safe to go by the water in his town. Can the kid and his friends find a way to rid the town of the shark before it kills everyone?
Wow.
The storyline for this is actually pretty fun, and I liked the comic book aspects in this. The kill scenes are better than you'd expect, sudden, and has some jump scare value. There are some scenes where you'll say, that was a pretty awesome kill scene. The storyline isn't awful, and funny enough, the kids' acting is much better than the adults' acting. I could tell that.
I could see that.
Which is consistently awkward and painful. Overall, this movie is as bad as you'd expect, but also has more entertainment value for horror enthusiasts than you'd expect. This isn't the worst movie you'll ever see, and I recommend horror enthusiasts see it once. I'd score this a 4 out of 10.
I mean,
Someone gave it a 10 out of 10.
no way.
And said, masterpiece. In my opinion, this is the greatest film of the decade and possibly of all time. Now, these people are who I want to hang out with.
Yeah.
Because they know that this is a meme.
Right.
And they're invested in it.
Now, I'm interested in potentially, do you have Letterboxd?
I don't.
That's a place with some good reviews. I want to see some Letterboxd reviews on Santa Jaws. Which, by the way, what I noticed on IMDb, which I also have simultaneously open on here, Santa Jaws is TV PG.
What?
I saw a candy cane go through a man's torso.
Yeah. That's PG. Well, the original Jaws back in the day was rated PG.
Interesting.
I think its original rating was PG.
I like that. Yeah, I got a 5 stars here on Letterboxd. This film was a masterpiece, and I, for one, can't wait for the Santa Jaws cinematic universe. Perfect.
That is real. We didn't write that.
Perfect.
Someone else wrote that. That's great.
Perfect. So, this one says, fuck it, I'm going 4 stars. They gave it 4 stars.
Wow.
The age-old question of where would a shark wear a hat has finally been answered. Sorry, top of head backers. The fin is the clearest winner. And that makes sense.
Oh, right. Because all those memes that come out about how an animal would wear pants, how would an animal wear a hat?
Yeah.
Now we know the shark would wear it on its fin and not towards the front of its head there.
Rightfully so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised with that.
So really, they gave us a gift. Santa Jaws answered the age-old question, where would a shark wear a hat?
Yeah.
And the answer is rightfully so on the fin.
Yeah. And that I found out that was through Active Entertainment, which also does, well, it makes sense. The movies that our friend from the beginning of the episode, like Christmas Contract,
Yeah.
and all that, is part of this. Swamp Shark, obviously Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas Contract, 6.8. 6.8 stars.
These aren't bad ratings.
No, not the worst.
Again, maybe we're just on the outside.
I think we're stumbling into something that is very elusive. It's hard to
Yeah.
It's hard to like there's an initial reaction. There's some contemplation, but then you just start having to ask yourselves, like, is this what it's all about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, are these people living the dream, essentially?
Maybe we have it all wrong.
Maybe we have it all wrong.
And maybe that's what Hollywood wants you to believe, right? They're
Right.
like, no, we want you to believe that we're the dream.
Right.
We are where it's at. This is like what everyone wants.
Right.
When actually, in truth, maybe it's just like Adam Sandler and friends get together and make a Santa Jaws type movie, and that's the dream because it's fun.
Yes.
You're still making and enjoying making. You get some money from it. You get paid.
You get a little money.
And then you have this secret underground hidden following of people who praise your stuff and give it 10 out of 10 on IMDb.
Right.
So maybe we got the dream wrong since the get-go. Maybe it's not Hollywood.
It seems like we're starved for something, us who love movies.
Yeah.
When, I mean, you would expect some of these movies to not have any reviews because no one's watched them because no one was like, there's not time
Yeah.
to get into that. But there's time.
There
and
is.
people are watching because they wanna explore it.
People are looking for something that makes them think.
Yeah.
And that's these movies, man. Hallmark, sci-fi. They'll make you think whether you contemplate how something like this comes into existence,
Right.
whether you contemplate your own existence. It'll make you think.
It'll make you wonder. It'll beg the question, am I taking things way too serious?
That's it.
Which is where I'm going with this.
Yes.
Because am I like, is this what life is the meaning of life? Is it Santa Jaws?
Yeah.
Is it what Santa Jaws represents?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of symbol. Couldn't even get through that without laughing. I think there's a lot of symbolism.
But okay, I will give you like my legit like potential like praise of this Santa Jaws idea and this trope is like there seems to be this thing of like when you're a kid and you don't get your way or you get in trouble and like there's this idea of like, you know, what if you were like, God, I hate my family, I wish they'd go away.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Then Santa Jaws for some reason, but still that that type of idea is, it seems like that is something that taps into something, right?
Yeah. It's almost like they came up with this idea and they said, what if it was Home Alone, but Kevin McAllister is actually a psychotic serial killer and murders his family? And they said, no, that's way too lifetimey.
Way too lifetime.
We need something that's a little bit more us. Like it's got to be a little campier.
Yeah.
Can't be so serious. What else you got? And then they're like, wait a minute, I have an idea. He inadvertently kills them by drawing a shark with a magic pen.
Yes.
And brings it to life before Christmas.
Yes.
And they said, that's it.
Yes.
Welcome to, I don't know what production company made this. Active, what is it?
I already forgot.
Active something, Activision?
Activation? I already forgot.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a last resort, I guess, if we really can't do some of those other things we want to do. I mean,
Yeah.
would it be that terrible to work on a Santa Jaws?
At the end of the day, we would have a great time, I think.
I think so.
It's like you could work on the next Marvel movie.
Right.
And probably be under stress.
Lots of
Probably
stress.
have directors and actors shitting on you all day to get them a coffee or something.
Right.
Or you can come make Santa Jaws and everyone's just laughing, kicking back, having a good time. Everyone leaves like hand in hand, singing Kumbaya.
On time.
On time.
Lunch on time.
Oh, yeah. You get breakfast, you get snack, you get lunch, you get other snack, you get dinner.
8-hour day.
Yeah. Yeah.
10-hour day on the clock. Because they don't give a fuck. They're like, no. We leave at 6.
Yeah.
Like, we don't care if we're in the middle of a Santa Jaw. Like,
Yeah.
we're out of here.
I imagine working on Santa Jaws would be a lot like a college course where some days you show up to the class and there's a note on the door from the professor that's like, not today.
Not today. Mm-hmm. You guys enjoy yourselves today.
Yeah, you earned it. It's your day.
It's your day. We are not pressed by any sort of time to make
No,
this.
yeah. Like, in fact, the longer we take, the more we make. Mm-hmm. That's how it works here.
And how relieving would it be as like a digital artist to come up to have this real piece of crap looking shark.
Yeah.
And the director's like, no, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
perfect.
No, don't even stress yourself out.
The director says, you somehow captured exactly what I saw in my head. You are a mastermind. And you did this all with Microsoft Paint? I can't believe it. That's incredible.
Exactly. And what's the obsession with sharks?
That's
the mystery.
That is the mystery.
Is there some sort of like psychological like trauma that she has around sharks? Was her father eaten by a shark, perhaps?
Maybe she was that kid.
She
wished her family away, and then they went to the beach one day and they got mauled by a shark, and she was like, hold on, there might be something here.
Right.
And instead of missing them, she keeps them alive through her stories.
Yeah.
About sharks.
And that makes it nice.
And yeah, that's so wholesome.
It's
I like, you know who Casey Neistat is?
I do not, sir.
He's a big YouTuber. He's like,
that sounds a little familiar now.
Yeah, he was huge he kind of got the whole vlog scene going.
Yeah.
Like he was vlogging, a vlog a day basically was
Love
his
a good
life
vlog.
for a while. But anyway, in his New York City office, in the background, he had, I want to say it was The Godfather, just on loop on one of the screens in the background. He just had that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do that with Santa Jaws.
I think so.
I'm going to have that just on the background. Anyone who comes through my office, that'll be playing 24/7 on a screen.
And no, if anyone even asks,
Yeah.
it's like, what are you talking about? What? Oh, that? What do you mean? There's nothing on that screen. The TV's off. Just like fucking with
Yeah, right. So what are you talking about? That screen doesn't even work.
That's that TV. I'm getting that removed.
Yeah.
It broke down on me a week ago. There's nothing happening on that screen.
This person just like has a fever dream.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
Or they're just like, oh my God, is that Santa Jaws?
True. And that's really why I would have it on loop, is
Yeah.
for the day that someone walks in and goes, oh shit, Santa Jaws.
Santa
And that person
fucking
immediately
Jaws.
can take over my company.
Right. And that's why we also got to watch Velocipaster. Now, where does Velocipaster fall into this? I mean, is it part of the same production company?
It's for sure part of the same underground cult.
Yeah.
I'm really excited now because I think we have a good lineup to officially kick off our series on YouTube where we have our little watch
I think so.
stuff. I mean, we've got Morbius. We've been talking about watching. We've got Velocipede, which we have a volunteer.
We do have a volunteer to watch Morbius with us.
They offered to be the sacrificial lamb to watch it with us, so we might take them up on that offer.
Yeah, we will.
We have Velocipaster, we've been meaning to watch.
Yeah.
And now we've got Santa Jaws.
Santa Jaws.
I mean, that's a good little initial lineup of movies to just watch and show people are suffering.
We've got a good start. And also, I'm thinking a grandpa for Christmas.
And we have to watch a Grandpa for Christmas.
There was something about you saying that so matter-of-factly. because I just imagine someone saying that like super seriously.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta watch a grandpa for Christmas. Dude, what do you mean? What are we watching tonight? We're watching a grandpa for Christmas.
Yeah. Like, hey, everyone, come over. We're going to... No, Stranger Things? No. We're going to... A Grandpa for Christmas.
Yeah.
We're having a viewing party.
Viewing party.
We got a bunch of pizzas, and everyone's going to dress up like their favorite character from a Grandpa for Christmas.
Yeah. Either the grandpa or the kid
Yeah. Or the Christmas.
or the Christmas.
Yeah, the Christmas tree. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, we got to watch a grandpa for Christmas.
Absolutely.
I think that's a good start.
That's a great start.
That's a great start. I love how Morbius is no different from any of those movies.
Yeah, if you're Morbius, how awful, right? Like we just made you feel horrible at that we just lumped you in with all those other
It's
movies.
all the same.
Yeah.
Morbius is the exact same.
I think at this rate, with the performance of Suicide Squad
Yeah,
and Morbius, we might be able to get Jared Leto on the show.
easily.
So anyway, what an episode.
What a
And
time to be alive, honestly.
yeah, truly. Thank you all for listening again. Please like, subscribe, share, and talk to us.
Give us a go.
Just like one of our listeners who wants to watch and suffer through Morbius with us, we want to hear from
Right.
all of you. If you want to partake in watching any of these awful, awful movies with us that are secretly masterminds, master classes, really, in
Truly.
cinema filmmaking, let us know because we'd love to have you on.
Yeah, we also have another viewer who wanted to, if we talked about Top Gun, he wanted to talk Top Gun, but I want to apologize to him because we're on this thing right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're doing a Top Gun. We didn't even do a Doctor Strange because this is much more important.
This
right
is
now.
pressing.
This is pressing matter.
And also,
So-
I hope I don't trigger you,
Yeah,
viewer, but I haven't even seen the first Top Gun.
me neither.
So I have to go watch that and then see the second one, and then we'll have you on and talk.
I haven't seen the first one, saw the second one. Don't even know if I need to see the first one.
Oh, okay.
Might, but
Yeah. I hear it's like just the epitome of the 80s, which is great.
it's
So,
just fun.
yeah.
But you can't convince me that it's going to be more badass when they actually have real fucking jets.
Yeah.
And this one, and then in the 80s, I don't know what the fuck they had, but
Yeah, who knows?
I know it wasn't no like this shit. You know what I mean?
Tom's might have been because he's always like
Tom's about
I'm going to
that
do it
life.
for real, but
He's about that life.
yeah, he is. So anyway, we'll see you Red Bandits in the next one, and Santa Jaws.
Santa Jaws.